So Newsies is the third show, and it's going to be directed and choreographed by Chaz Walcott, who was here, and the last time he was here, he choreographed Cats for us, and it was a huge success. He did a great job. He is one of the Resident Ensemble members that has gone on to do some really great things. He was in the Newsies tour, so if you watch the DVD of Newsies, he's in that. Part of so as you were talking about the audition, the biggest, hardest dance call is for Newsies, because it is the most athletic dancing, and so if you make it to that cut and you get to do that, it's a fun combination, but it ain't easy, and it has there's lots of tumbling and tricks and things. We did the show in, I think, 2017, and I choreographed it then, and it was so much fun, and the cast was great. I think Chaz has the license, and the original choreographer was Chris Catelli, and it was done at Paper Mill Playhouse first, and it was never meant to go to Broadway. It was only going to open at Paper Mill and then maybe go on a tour, and then it got such great buzz and people loved it that it moved to New York, and then it went on forever, and it was huge. It had a ginormous cast, and the cast had to be because of the dancing and the athletic nature of it and the hard athletic nature of it, there were a lot of injuries, and so they had many, many swings and many people. The cast turnover was huge, and I think that was a hard thing for Disney to sustain for a long time. We only have to do it from Wednesday to Sunday, and so we're gonna take care of these dancers, and they'll make it through. But it's a very fun show, and it really does get to showcase what these kids are learning in their schools, wherever they go to school, and their dancing ability. Lots of kicks and turns and flips and things.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. When we did it in 2017, we did an extra weekend of performances, which we're not doing this year. So I think that just is, buy your tickets early because there is limited space on this one. And I just felt like, man, we could run this show forever, and I would be so happy. It's so uplifting. It has everything you want. There's all of this, like the dancing of like the young people, and also to see so many young men dancing in this like very strong, athletic way. I mean, it's so inspiring. Yeah. All of these folks are true athletes and artists, and so to see that on stage is just incredibly exciting. And then the songs are so great. Yeah. They're just like, you get a lot of that sort of soaring, that first I Want song of Santa Fe when Jack sings about wanting to be somewhere where there's like, like reasonable, where you can breathe and there's places to roam. And like, that is just so beautiful and such a strong statement of where they were at that time, but also so relatable to now.
Yeah. And just wait till you hear this kid. Oh my gosh, this guy who's coming to play Jack, his name is Brendan Dallaire. He goes to the university, he's graduating from the University of Michigan, and he came in and auditioned, and I was there with Amanda Bowman, our company manager, and we looked at each other and we were like, oh my God, I've never heard that song sung like that before. I mean, so we're so excited that he's coming to play Jack. And the music was written by Alan Menken, who's a big Disney guy. And the book of the show is written by Harvey Fierstein. And so, it is honed together pretty well by these musical theater superstars. And you're right, it does have such a great heart to it. It's about resilience and the little guy fighting back, and and about journalism, which we'll be doing some extra things about. We'll also have we're also doing. If you saw the show in 2017, you might remember that at one point, a few points in the show, you were surrounded by Newsies. Newsies were in the balcony. Newsies were in the aisles. Newsies were up on those towers. The stage was full, and so we'll be doing that again with a choir. I guess you would call them a choir, a gaggle. Let's call them a gaggle. There's a gaggle of teens and kids that are going to be in the show as well for a few numbers where they'll come out and just because it was a whole the show's about the Newsboys strike that happened and. So it took over the entire city of all the boroughs of New York City, and so you'll see kids from Brooklyn and Staten Island, and they all show up in various places around the theater. So it is exciting. It is a great show. We're very excited. Tom Galantich, who was our Julian Marsh, will be back to play Pulitzer. And Becca Peterson, who was a resident ensemble member, who's gone on to do many, many things. She'll be coming back as Catherine. And Evan Tilka, who was in the ensemble last year, is playing Crutchy. He's a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic dancer, but we're giving him a crutch, and he's also got an amazing voice. So he's going to not dance as much as we normally like to see him, but he'll be playing Crutchy, which is great.
Yeah, I think Becca Peterson is such a great example of what alumni are prepped to do by the time they leave, because I think she was with us either for 2 or 3 summers and did so many shows, and then has worked pretty much nonstop and almost entirely on Broadway.
Always.
And lots of swinging. So she really has that, like, I can pick up things quickly. I can do I can learn multiple tracks at once. I think to the point where she did so many of those contracts that at one point she and her agent had to say, like, no, she just needs to be in the show. She needs to not swing, because if you're so good, and you kind of had this experience too, where if you're such a great swing, that's a specific skill set, and then Broadway shows want to keep hiring you as the swing, and maybe at a certain point you want to say, I'd like to just do one role, please. Just put me in.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's a great commodity to have and to be able to do that. But you know, and you get that savior complex of like, oh, I saved the show because I just went on for 5 different people at once. But if you want to be in the show, sometimes you have to like make that decision to say like, oh, I'm not going to do this. Or some people, don't. Like I loved being in the swing, so I was like, I'll be the swing whenever you want. But she is spectacular, and we just saw her in Back to the Future when we were there in December, and she's just a lovely human as well. So it'd be nice to have her back.
Yeah, Newsies.
Yay!